Hey everybody, it's Casey here at Sea Run Fly and Tackle, and putting together a series of instructional videos based towards or geared towards people who are starting out to fly tying. So first one, I'm going to show you how to properly fix a hook into your fly tying vise. So I've got my Renzetti Traveler here, the one that I tie on in the shop, and then I've got the hook that I want to tie my fly on. So when we're putting, basically, I guess to start, what a vise does is essentially it's a tool that holds your hook firmly in place, allowing you to tie a fly. Now, a decent vise or a good vise will hold your hook tight and prevent it from moving on you, but there is definitely a technique on how to properly fix your hook into your vise. So with this Renzetti, or I mean with any vise really, basically what I'm trying to do is sit my hook into the vise in a manner that's not going to damage my hook, the jaws of my vise, and allow me to tie a fly without it moving. So what I'm aiming for is to get this bend of the hook firmly into the jaws. And I'll fasten it in right about there is kind of what I'm looking for. Now, a properly seated hook, if you take your index finger, then take the nail there and just take it off the end of the eye, I'll apply pressure. And if you hear that kind of pinging sound, your hook's in there nice and tight. Chances are it's not going to move on you unless you're applying an insane amount of pressure with some kind of heavy, super heavy thread. That thing shouldn't move on you there. Now, what can happen if your jaws aren't adjusted properly and the hook's in there too loose? When you're tying, it'll start to wiggle. Super annoying, huge pain in the butt, does not make fly tying fun. So what we're aiming for, hook to be in there nice and tight. We want that hook shank to be nice and level. This makes life a lot easier. And then we want to have it placed properly in here. So what I see from time to time is people putting their hook into the vise and they're covering up the point. And now what that can do is that can damage your hook very easily. I've done it. It sucks. The other issue that we run into is not grabbing enough of the hook shank. So if you try and just grab the smallest amount of wire at the very tip of the jaws, if I torque this down, there's a good chance that I'm going to chip my jaws, or else I'm either or I could send the hook flying. And having a stray hook, especially with a barb in it, in the house somewhere, is no fun. Pets or even yourself can pick that up into the foot, and it's not a good time. So again, just to recap, what we're aiming for is get that bend of the hook, or the bend of the wire, into those jaws, nice and secure. Have that hook shank nice and level. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as close as we can get it. And that's going to make life a lot easier for tying flies. I hope you found this useful. Thanks for watching.